very much for watching. But for a preview of the spring playoffs, we're going to head on over to Shocks in the LEC post-game lobby.
The what? The post-game lobby? The post-game lobby, indeed. Hey, currently I'm by myself, so you guys can enjoy this solo podcast. I just heard that G2 will be late. That's okay. I have a lot to say. So we're waiting for Jankos and Mickey X. As we know, it is the battle for the Kia player of the game between Jankos and Perks. Now, the fact that Perks isn't on PGL is not an indicator. We made these plans before. We're not going to know. And I am going to call in a helpline before we get our guest. Is anyone still around?
Yeah, I'm around. Shocks.
Hey, Shocks. It's Medi Betty back again.
Great stuff. So apparently the reason why they are late is because they have to choose their opponent, of course. Because since G2 is locked in first place, I think maybe we can get, I don't know if we have it already, but I'd love to have like the final standings or the bracket if it's filled in. But we'll see in a second because they get to pick between 3 and 4.
Yes, so their choices are Origin or Mad Lions. Expectations would be that they would choose Mad Lions. It would be the, on paper, easiest opponent for them to go against. But you never really know with G2. I'm sure they feel very confident against a team like Origin as well. They do have a 2-0 record over Origin. They're only 1-1 against Mad Lions. So, it depends on how they're feeling on the day, really, when it comes to choosing their opposition. You can never really be too sure with this team.
No, and of course, we can't have the bracket because they're picking as we speak. Hey, it's been a long weekend. But there we go. Yeah, I don't actually know. Of course, yesterday Bupo said, if we end up third, G2 might be crazy enough to pick us, but that was probably not going to happen. But I don't know. Stylistically, they know what they have in OG. They don't know what they have in Mad Lions in a best of 5.
I definitely think that's the argument, right? Because you know how Origin are going to play. They've played exactly the same for the entirety of the split. And, across the last few weeks, Origin haven't really looked like they're making steps and bounds to improve that style, right? We saw them lose today to the Mad Lions, right? Against Mad Lions, they continue to improve and they continue to change things up. So G2 could quite easily say, hey, we've beaten Origin so many times before, why don't we just do it again instead of having a wild card like Mad Lions?
Yeah, and I think it's also important to highlight that you currently have the standings on your screen. So G2 have the choice between 3 and 4, which of course is Origin and Mad Lions. Now, some may be confused. Why didn't we have a tiebreaker game between Fnatic and Origin? Due to our tiebreaker rules, if teams are tied in the standings through scores, first we look at head-to-head, and if that is tied, then we look at second half wins of the season, and Fnatic did have more, which is why they secured that second place spot. So they're not up for choice. G2 can't choose Fnatic. Origin and Mad Lions are their only choice. Meanwhile, Misfits and Rogue will be playing in the bottom half of the bracket, which means that they have a single best of 5 that they have to play, and the loser will then be eliminated from playoffs.
So with these 6 playoff teams, before our guests get here, can you predict an upset?
I think Origin will have one.
Think Origin will have an upset? You think?
I think that... Is that Jankos?
Hello?
Hello, it's me and Mickey. We are here. We are very sorry to be
we're
late.
gonna leave you to it, Josh.
Yeah, we'll leave you to it.
Have a great PGL.
Cool. Bye, thank you. Hey, hello, thank you for joining. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello. We can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. So, without further ado, I think you guys were held up because you had to pick your opponent out of OG and Mad Lions. Who wants to do the honors? Who did you pick?
I think Mickey should take it.
And the opponents that we pick for our matchup are gonna be Mad Lions.
Woo! Okay, a little Oscar clap there. Cool. That means we'll have the bracket in just a second. But can you say why did you pick the Mad Lions and not OG, for instance?
Well, I suppose we just thought that they are the worst team, right? I mean, that's just a simple answer. I think that Origin has a higher ceiling in playoffs than Mad Lions have. All of their players are kind of new, and even though we are playing online and not on stage, so there is no this experienced player factor, then I still feel like Mad Lions are just overall worse, and we should be able to take them on.
Okay, on the Mad Lions though, Mickey, maybe for you, there is a conversation about Kaiser for Rookie of the Split that's been playing really well. Do you think that'll make the bot lane a bit more tricky?
Yeah, I think if I compare the 2 bot lanes, it's probably harder for us to play against the Mad Lions bot lane, just because I think their champion pools are more diverse than OG. But I think, yeah, they're just pretty good players. I think Kaiser's also really good. Not sure if it's going to be Rookie of the Split, because Razor K was kind of smurfing. But,
Razor K.
but yeah, I mean, they're both really good, so I'm hyped to play them.
How much in your decision making went to the fact that the team you didn't pick, in this case OG, will now go up against Fnatic? Did you think that was kind of, a cool side effect of the fact that it might be a harder opponent for them?
Actually, this is something I mentioned to my team when we were discussing who should we pick, and I said that it's I kind of want to pick Mad Lions just because it's going to be like really funny to see OG take on Fnatic, and now it's happening. So I mean, I feel like Fnatic is probably still like better team than OGs, and I don't really expect OG upsetting Fnatic, but both teams are very strong, I think that Fnatic's early game is just like by far superior towards OGs though, so I feel like as long as Fnatic can actually snowball and play with Selfmade, who's performing like insanely well in every game, I think that they can take down OG, and we will meet each other after the first round.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll of course meet the winner. Geez, it's been a long weekend. Sorry, the winner of Fnatic versus OG, and then the loser will of course get another chance. It's not like they're out. The only thing is that now Misfits is playing Rogue in match 3, or the third match we're going to see next week Sunday in a best of 5, and the loser of that immediately goes out. Can I get a cheeky prediction of Misfits versus Rogue?
I think they both looked kind of weak in the last few weeks, or like at least online. If I would have to predict one of them, I would probably say, maybe Misfits even. I'm not sure. I think it's a fit.
I have to agree here with Miki, since I think, Rogue was a disappointment lately. I think they're not playing very well, and I was really excited to see them in Spring Split because they did start very well, and I felt like all of the players like kind of good, but now it feels like they are not really playing as a team anymore, and it also feels like Finn is inting literally every game. So I think that I would probably give it to Misfits just because all around they are also like a pretty good team. I think their players like kind of similar, and I think Fabi can carry.
Okay, so we are not going to talk too much about your last game unless there is anything you want to talk about. For instance, Wonder playing Bard. Mickey, I don't know.
I was playing Swain.
You played Swain, but yeah.
I was about to lock in Zara, but unfortunately I was in my ban phase, so I accidentally banned it. Otherwise I would for sure put Zara there.
No! Really?
No.
Well, I would like to say that Misfits really disappointed me because I was about to pull out Echo since I wanted revenge on them, and I wanted to play like the same troll champ as they did when they won against us, and I really like craved for that Echo pick, and then they banned it, and then junglers kind of agreed to like farm mostly for the entire game, so I guess AP Shyvana worked well, and I have no clue why did they pick Ornn in that case, but yeah, I'm really disappointed I didn't get to play Echo.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, there was also a pretty important battle going on, Jankos. I hope someone told you about the Kia player of the game, the fact that you and Perks were tied.
Wait, what?
You were tied.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we were tied, but I won, right? I won. Or did he win?
We don't know.
Wait, we don't know? We don't know? But like, okay, he was playing Zed, so it's a bit unfair.
Okay, we do know. So basically what we did is we only had 2 people on the votes at the end. So we only had you and Perks, what people could vote for. And Mickey, who do you think won? Yeah, I know you were robbed.
Jankos.
Yeah, Jankos won. Jankos is...
That's really loud. Oh, so I'm sorry. I hope you didn't have headphones. Did you have headphones? You played it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. So basically you were already in first place, even though it was tied, because when you won, Jankos, more people voted for you than they voted for Perks when he won. So you just beat him like on every single accord.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not really surprised here. I think it's well deserved. I think I was performing very well this split. No, I'm just joking.
I think me and Jankos actually share this reward because usually the support jungle synergy is what gives us the win.
Yeah, what builds the team really. So I think that me and Mickey should take the first place together.
So thank you guys for voting us.
So Perks is actually third place as well.
Yeah, third place.
Yeah, Perks is third. Okay, I'm sure we can amend the rules to make that happen. Cool. Well, congratulations, Jankos. Great stuff there. It leads me into our MVP discussion. So I can summarize for you what we talked about with the experts and also some Whippo yesterday on PGL. Basically, the 3 candidates which are discussed the most are Jankos, Perks, and Whippo. I'd love to know what you two think about that.
I would have to disagree with Perks and Jankos, but I think I would also maybe put Reckless up there. I think he was playing pretty consistently throughout the whole split. But I think overall, I think Jankos should deserve it. Yeah, he also got Kia Player of the Games most times. So obviously, that if he gets MVP of the split, then also means I kind of get it, So I would vote for Jankos.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Bipo pick there because obviously the thing about Bipo is that he plays very well, but then he also ints a lot, right? So it's very hard to say when the game is good for him because even though he has like those game-winning moments or game-winning plays, he also has those games where he's like either like non-factor or he's just like kind of dying for no reason a lot. But I do think he has been performing very well this split. But then again, on Fnatic, I feel like, Selfmade, Reckless, also had like most of their games were very, very good. I think like Nemesis and, Helisang this split, didn't like really impress me that much. Then I can say that Perks, obviously didn't really get an MVP yet, even though he has been playing for so many years and he has been performing exceptionally well in all of these years. And someone always either like took it from him or maybe he wasn't good enough, but that's something I would think about as well, right? I mean, he's obviously really talented, really good, great player. He always leads the team very well. And, that's why G2 is like doing well as well. A lot of times, it seems like team is always built around him and G2 is always on top ever since they came around. Well, except for 2019, 18.
Yeah.
And about me, I should probably talk about myself, right?
Yeah, of course you should. Go ahead.
Okay, so I will say that grind is all about support. So I'm standing here next to Mickey, touching his shoulder right now. Mickey, you are the best, man. No, I do think that my team allows me to perform well. I think that everyone is doing very, very well from my lanes, communicating. And obviously I'm like doing the best job I can. And I think I have been playing kind of well this split. I mean, like I don't want to like talk about myself because I don't really talk about myself in a good fashion, but I do think that most of the time I was playing well. My team hates me because apparently I steal too many kills. But I think that, if jungle gets ahead, then I can help everyone. So yeah.
I think 15 times in the split you played well because better jungle wins.
Well, we're going to see. Of course, the vote will commence, I think, after this week. Probably tomorrow it will get sent out. You will all have a chance, you guys, with the teams to pick as well as the All-Pros. So that'll be very, very exciting. Mickey, how do you reflect on your split? Personally, you weren't mentioned in the MVP vote, so I thought I'd ask you.
What a shocker. Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't have the best split of my life. It was like, one of the worst ones. But, then again, I don't mind. There's always summer to look forward to. And I'll get my MVP in summer. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, on the topic of that, maybe you don't want to say it, but I think it's only natural that, like, you swapped marksman again, right? So I think it's only normal that that's an adjustment and people can't expect you to play like at 110% immediately. But how do you think the duo lane has evolved?
I think we're actually pretty decent right now. I feel like kind of same as last year with Perks, where it was like, we started kind of slowly and everyone was like kind of flaming us and looking at everything that we did wrong. I think it's pretty similar this time around. Everyone's kind of flaming us for everything that goes wrong. We're actually pretty good. And I guess we'll just have to show it in playoffs.
Yes, you will. Let's preview the playoffs just a little bit more. I just want to put the playoff bracket on screen just once again because it is a new format and that we will have 3 best of 5s next week immediately. So people should clear their schedules. I mean, they have to stay home, so it's ideal. On Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday, the best of 5s. About G2 as a whole, can you compare, I don't know who wants to answer it, maybe Jankos and then Mickey, but do you want to compare kind of the confidence you had when you went into the summer playoffs to now in terms of winning everything?
Well, I think that back in summer 2019, I felt like, after Messiah, we were like really like high up there, it felt like we will play, win everything and win worlds and stuff. But then Fnatic actually proved us wrong and 2 BO5s against them were like super close. Both times we lost 2 games. I think right now, Fnatic already like looked way better this split than they did previous year. And on top of that, overall the split is more competitive. I feel like all the teams are stronger than they were last year. So we cannot take anything for granted and we actually like have to try really, really hard, especially that even some of our games, even though we won 15 games and we won against all the top teams, it did seem like some of the games we didn't necessarily win and they instead threw it. So I think we have to like really go cool-headed into playoffs, and we have to kind of focus on every opponent, take it slow, and really like make sure that we can actually win. Because even though all the players are going to be offline, and we'll maybe not even get to see the trophy, then I just can't imagine like losing playoffs and then like being stuck in Berlin anyway. But yeah.
Mickey, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, pretty similar. I think Fnatic is doing much better this time in the regular season compared to last year regular season. And yeah, I guess after MSI we were probably feeling a bit more confident than this time around, especially from scrims as well. Going as great as last year in summer. But yeah, I still think we can probably win. Yeah, but it's probably going to be weird playing playoffs from online, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you about it. I think everyone has a different opinion on it. I'd love to know what you guys think, because many players do, and I think us as well as casters, you kind of vibe off the arena and the noise and the stage shaking and just all that energy. And I think that maybe you guys are also people who like that atmosphere. So I don't know, is it going to be very different? And maybe some, like your coaches can stand behind you and kind of make your chair shake or something. I don't know. But in general, how different will it make the experience?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, can't do that, but it would be nice if they could. Yeah, I'm not really sure like what to expect. It's for sure going to be like weird. Usually when you play like a big arena and it's really loud, you're like get nervous as soon as you walk onto the stage, and it's like a pretty crazy feeling. So it's sure gonna be weird. It's gonna be like playing a scrim, and then even if you win, you're like, well, I guess we won, like, yeah, I don't know. It's sure gonna be weird.
I wonder if there's going to be anything. I mean, I don't know anything, so please don't take this as gospel. But I mean, it might be nice if something got arranged that like someone bursts in with, confetti and I don't know, air horns and whatever. Might be fun. Anyway, we're descending into something else. Jankos, is there anything you want to comment before we sign off on the G2 we're going to see in playoffs and a message to the fans?
Well, I mean, I do think that the split so far has been rather successful. Obviously, we had our ups and downs, and not everyone is very confident in, Caps still playing AD carry and Perix going back to mid lane. Personally, I want to say that I think we will be a stronger team in the long run, and I think right now already we feel really comfortable and confident with like both of them switching roles, and we had all this time to prepare for playoffs, so we will show a strong performance, I'm pretty sure. And, we still want to secure the MSI spot. So we still want to like make sure that we play very well, in playoffs. And even though it's online and it's not the same as Mickey mentioned, then, winning it and then getting the trophy, hopefully like a couple of months after will still be good. So, we'll try our best. And to all the fans, I would like to thank to all of you, in my name and in G2's name and my team's name that, you keep cheering for us, you keep supporting us. We are like always trying our best, and we are still the kings of Europe. So we will prove it in playoffs, and we will just try our best. I guess it's the dynasty against the kings. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for being around, and thank you for watching from home as well.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I'm also going to thank everyone for tuning in from home, and thank you for supporting us through this period where it hasn't been the same, but we hope we have been able to entertain you, and we'll do it even more so in the playoffs. Thank you so much, Jankos and Mickey, for joining me. Congratulations again on first place and on Kia Player of the Game, Jankos. How can I forget it? That was all from us here tonight. Be sure to stay tuned though. Week 9 of the LCS is already starting. It's Kabi and TSM versus 100 Thieves, and then the LEC returns next Friday for the spring playoffs. We'll see you then. Good night. Bye.
Bye.